Okay, so once you've got your streaming set up, here's what visitors will see if they go to this URL that we copied earlier. If they go to your live streaming page, they'll see that you are offline. When you start a live stream, they'll see a box in here they can click on to go to the live stream. So let's look at the easy way to start a live stream. Instead of using complicated tools, Google supplies you with another free tool called Hangouts on Air. You may be familiar with Google Hangouts. That's a service where you can text message or have voice messaging or video messaging with any other Google user. But Google Hangouts on Air lets you share video, voice, and text, and your screen. The only difference is it's broadcast across YouTube so the whole world can see it. So keep that in mind anytime you do a live stream. Whenever you do a live stream, anybody who finds your channel can watch that live stream. And anybody who subscribed to your channel will receive a notification email when you begin a live stream. So if you think you're having a private conversation with somebody using streaming, it may not be private. Also know that when you terminate your live stream and you end the session, YouTube automatically saves and publishes that video stream as an uploaded video. So if you don't want to keep that on your channel, you'll need to go to your video manager and delete that recording. So let's see how we start a live stream. Go to your YouTube channel and sign in, of course, at youtube.com. Now, once you're signed into your account, go to your channel. Click on My Channel, and then at the top of your channel, Video Manager. Then go to Live Streaming on the menu at the left, and select Events. Now, Events uses Google Hangouts on Air, and you can schedule events for the future or start one now. So to get started, hit up in the right hand corner here, New Live Event. And again, you can set a future date when you're going to do a live broadcast and set up the time here in the description, and you can put a message about it in here and share it on Twitter and Google Plus, and people will be notified who are your subscribers that you're going to have a live feed. One thing you must put in here is a title. Got to have a title or nothing will work. There are some advanced settings and you can play around with those. Like, for example, recording. You can set so that when the recording of your live session is made, when the stream ends, you can have it automatically unlisted so people surfing your channel won't see it. If you decide to make it public, you can change that from unlisted to public. So that might be a good idea to check that off so people don't stumble upon your video, especially if it's like a rough test or some kind of private thing. Anyway, back to basic info. Over here we can have live chat set up and automatically block spam messages in your chat. And there's some other things you can look at. But basic info, you title it. Now you can start a live stream right now. And all you got to do is click this blue box up in the right hand corner that says Go Live Now. And you get a notification. Okay, we're ready to go. You're going to enter a Google Hangout on air so you can stream live from your webcam. So you click OK. Immediately a new window pops up that has your webcam active, and don't worry, this is not being broadcast yet. It's just the screen where you're setting up here. This is me my camera is set to 3D mode right now, so that's what you see. It's kind of 3D. You see how it senses how close I am. This is for new software that lets you manipulate things in midair using the 3D camera. I could always switch my camera to regular mode so you could actually see me, but this is not going out live yet. So let me show you a few things here. You can turn off the camera here with this control panel. When you bring your mouse over here, it brings up a little box. You can just click that and turn the camera off, and then people just see your profile picture. And when you're talking, notice when I talk, this here shows the volume coming from my microphone. You see little green dots down here. I can also mute my microphone, and now when I talk, see, it's not going to be broadcast. So let me turn the microphone on, but I'll leave the video off, and I'll show you a few other things here. Now, if all you wanted to do was just broadcast a video of you talking to people with your face, you could just start your broadcast by clicking this green box, and you'll be talking to people and they'll see you. Now, some of the other features you can look at is like this chat. That sets up a little chat on the side so your viewers can type in questions or comments during your live stream. Nobody sees that but you. Let's turn that off. All right, let's look at some of the other features that you have in here right now. And of course, I should mention that of course things may always change. This is the way things looked when this recording was made in early August of 2016. One of the features they have here is Google Effects. This is a cool little thing where you can add things to your video image. Let me turn my camera on and see if this shows up. Like you can put a hat on or something. And then if I was using regular video, a hat would show up over my head, or a crown, or the tiara. Different hats and stuff. All kinds of fun things you can play with. Turn your face into a puppy face, and all kinds of silly things. Those are effects. And what else we have here? We got a feature called Cameraman. You see, what you're allowed to do is you can have other people who have Google accounts can come in here and join you, and their video would show up on your broadcast as well. So you could have a panel discussion between 2, 3 or more people. I think up to 10. And these are your broadcast settings. Like if somebody joins, when they come in, you can have defaults like whether or not they're heard or seen right away. And you have complete control over that. So how you control that is over here in the control panel, the control room. Like anybody who comes in, it's like right now for example, I'm in the room, so if I click the microphone, I can mute myself, and I could turn my video on and off here, and you could do that for anybody else who's with you. You can adjust their volume. If their volume's a little low, you could turn up their volume. Or if they're too loud, you could turn them down. So you've got control over all the people who are appearing in the video with you, whether or not they can be seen, heard, or how loud or soft. Okay? Now let's get to the real power here. That's the screen sharing. So let's look at screen sharing. This is the real power. You have a choice between showing your entire screen or just one of your open windows. Now let me show you what just the open window looks like. If I decide to share just my open window, I'll select my browser and say share. Now, we're still not broadcasting. We're still not broadcasting, but let me show you what this means. If we're showing only this window, that's all people will see. If I open other windows on top of this one, people won't see them. They'll only see this window. The only bad thing about this is if I open up any dialog boxes or pop-ups, people won't see that pop-up. They'll only see this window. So it's kind of limiting if you're trying to show a bunch of fancy stuff. If we want to show the entire screen, then we select screen share and say entire screen, but something weird's going to happen. Watch this. We select the entire screen, hit share, and now what we'd be sharing is exactly what we're seeing, so it keeps making like kind of two mirrors stuck together going off into infinity, because it's sharing the share of the share of the share. So to keep people from seeing this madness, you need to hide this window. See if we can get rid of this somehow, then they won't be seeing all that madness. So we could, like, if we want to still be able to see the chat window, we just move it over here and put something else in front of it. Now people would be seeing this and they won't be seeing all that madness. If you we could always minimize the window, but then we can't see our control panel. Okay, we don't have access to the control panel. If you have a computer that was built, a PC that was built in the last 5 or 6 years, it probably has an HDMI port, and you can plug another monitor into that port. Like, you can nowadays pick up a 19-inch flat screen TV for less than $100 and plug that into your HDMI port, giving yourself a second screen, and then you could drag this window completely off of this screen onto the other screen, and nobody would see it, but you'd see it on your other monitor, so you could watch the chat and you could make adjustments and stuff, and nobody would be looking at it. So when we're ready to start broadcasting, all we need to do is press this green button down here, start broadcast, and the little pop-up tells us, okay, we're live. So now we're live, and it's going out over our feed. So let's take a look over here at the link we saved from earlier where people see our live stream. There is a delay, so people may not see it right away. Now, it may not show up right away because there's a delay depending on how many nodes your internet signal's got to go through and stuff. There's a delay between what you're doing live and when people are seeing the stream, and it may not be the same for everybody. So things aren't exactly live, but there's a slight delay. And then eventually it shows up, and it tells your visitors that you were streaming right now, and all they got to do is click on this box, and it will open up the stream, and they'll be able to see it. Now, when we're ready to stop our broadcast, we just come back here to the Google Hangouts control panel, and down the bottom here, click this red box that says Stop Broadcast. You can see now we're off air, off air. And so once we click the red stop button and stop the broadcast, we can close down this control panel, and then back over in our video manager, we click on Video Manager and go to our videos, and you see that this test we just did is processing. Once it's done processing, you'd be able to delete it or change the settings and make it publicly available. And that's video streaming in a nutshell. And it's free. So enjoy playing around with it, and we'll see you on the next video or call. Bye-bye.